welcome to the first ever 9th episode of No Man's Sky Explorers. I am your lead host, Dylan. Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm all flustered. I'm Ryan. Hi.
And I'm the fabulous Joelle.
So today, oh yes, Ryan, you've been put in your place, and I actually don't want to do all the talking. Go ahead.
Okay.
I just wanted to do the intro.
All right. So I just want to go ahead right before we start getting through this real quick. Just want to thank all of our Patreon supporters, as always, for supporting what we do.
Hey.
Thank you so much. You guys are the best.
The best.
And I want to thank everybody for posting on the discussion and main Facebook pages and the YouTubes for all the different comments so we can talk about them on the show. Thank you very much. Sorry if we don't get to your questions today. We're trying to get as many as we can, but unfortunately we get a lot now. So just trying to get through them. You know, can't get them all, so sorry about that. And then we can go straight into the always loved review segment.
Woo!
All right, who wants the first one?
Ryan does.
Ryan does. Okay. Best episode yet. 4 stars. I'm happy with that at this point.
All right, that's good.
It's the status
better.
quo. I'm alright with
It's better
it.
than 0.
A.E. Jackson D.E. says, Episode 8 has been by far the best episode yet! Exclamation point. Bring back Science Dad anytime. That's a good nickname.
I like that. That's actually really good, Science Dad.
His insights and speculations about what is possible in No Man's Sky are enlightening, intriguing, and exciting. While I enjoy the reviews being shared, I was happy to see you cut down on that last segment. We actually didn't. We just didn't get that many. You all 3 continue to improve with every episode. I'm really looking forward to the release of No Man's Sky in August, so you can begin releasing new discussion topics and segments to your program. There will be so much to talk about and share with the community. P.S. It makes sense that you each play a certain character role on the show. It works well. But back off beating up on Ryan and having him be self-deprecating.
He doesn't know what that word means.
Defecating. Self-defecating.
I'm reading it. Build each other up. Encourage one another. Without his concept and passion, there would be no podcast. That is true. Without my passion, there would be no podcast.
He would go ahead and put this in here to boost his own little ego, and by little ego, I mean massive ego.
I can see him maybe being this person and writing this for
Yeah,
himself.
he probably actually did.
Okay, first of all, we
We're so mean.
He makes it sound like we actually are trying with like our
Okay.
characters, quote unquote.
Let me clear something up here. This is literally just general banter between the 3 of us, and 100% of the time, if we're making fun of each other, it is absolutely meant to be joking. Like, in no way, shape, or form are we serious when we're being mean to any of us. Like, this is just casual conversation between us, and it's just messing around. Like, that's just how our friendships are.
Sometimes we just get really invested in jokes, and it just comes off as like super serious, but really that's just the way we are.
Sometimes we take our jokes a little too far, and we actually pucker them a little too much.
Oh, good God.
The puckering has begun.
Some families show love through teasing each other, and you can tell we love each other very much by it.
It started with the happening, and now it's the puckering.
Ryan, that was beautiful.
I'm a meme.
Why am I so stuck here?
Why? He's
dabbling in the dank.
I'm dank.
But really, we're more just
God.
messing around when it comes to that. So don't take. We're seriously not being serious about any of this.
If we could act, we would, but we can't.
Well, you can't.
Because we're really not that
Because you're
awesome.
terrible at everything.
I was gonna say, I don't think Ryan knows if anyone can act.
serious now. Ryan sucks.
Can you tell? Also, Jackson says, looking forward to more. Keep it coming. So many winky faces all over it right now. Dylan's winking at me, Joelle's winking at me, I'm winking at her.
No one was winking at you.
Dylan's winking at Joelle. I mean, every combination of winking.
No one was winking.
Okay, we got one more review. Who wants it?
All right, I'll take it. I have. How? Holy cow! I can't even read. It's too late. You formatted this terribly, Ryan.
Of course I did.
Okay. So from CJM 845 from the UK. How have I only just found this? Hitting us with the 5 stars.
Woo!
We appreciate it. Been following No Man's Sky for a good while now, mostly on Facebook and YouTube videos, but I could never find a podcast dedicated to it. Only snippets here and there. Thankfully, I found this one. Great info and well put together cast. Can't wait for the game release. The short delay is a bummer, but we are nearly there. We appreciate it, and thank you for loving what we do.
Thanks, bro.
Yep.
You the best, bro.
You the best.
Love from the UK.
From
I'm gonna come and
America's
visit.
beta.
I'm gonna come and. I'm gonna come and visit you guys sometime.
And when he says visit, he means he's gonna stalk Sean the entire
I'm
day.
just there for Sean. No,
And his beard.
so let's talk about E3 a little bit.
The 3 of the E.
So I went out of my way because best friends forever to the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I went and watched the entire Sony live stream when it was going on. So I watched it live.
How was it?
It was good.
Okay.
I'm too old. I would be hyped about everything, but I can't.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much energy.
Can I just say that they're recreating the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games? They're rebooting 3 Crash Bandicoot games.
What is that? I'm kidding. I've never played PlayStation stuff, so I never played Spyro or Crash Bandicoot or anything like that. But it seems kind of bad.
I'm gonna punch you.
I don't know.
Anyway, Crash Bandicoot is awesome. Hopefully they do Spyro next. I'm excited for that personally. But then I watched the whole thing. No Man's Sky stuff, and then at the very end of the presentation, there was a tiny little the indie thing that they do, or the final little montage at the end. They had literally a half millisecond of No Man's Sky in there with a little thing of Korvax, and that was pretty much it. So hopefully they come out with another trailer in the next couple days while E3 is still going on. Because I really just want one more trailer. That's all I want. I can be happy until release.
I think they almost need to just rebuild the hype, because I feel like the game has lost a lot of hype.
They gotta talk about it at E3 at least a little, right?
Because in legitimate, it's either our podcast is going down the drain, which is definitely a very valid option, but the second it was delayed, we noticed a huge decline in viewers, almost cutting it in half from our average, which is, it happens, whatever, no big deal.
Well, we're expecting a huge increase when the game actually comes out.
Yeah,
so.
hopefully.
Because everyone will be like, why is there no info on No Man's Sky? Oh, wait, these people have been doing it for months.
Oh, wait. But I think if another trailer comes out, it's going to reinvigorate the hype for it.
Oh, and by the way, I may or may not be getting a review. Should I not talk about that?
Let's not talk about that right now, Ryan. Let's keep that on the DL.
Why can't they talk
on
about
the
it?
XD. On the talk
tease
list.
it? Can we tease it?
We already kind of teased it. You already
All right.
got halfway there.
You guys don't gotta know about it.
You'll see. And
let's just say.
He's gonna spill it all anyway here.
Never mind.
Ryan may not wake up tomorrow. I'm just saying.
I got secrets in store for you guys.
I got secrets on top of his secrets, inside my own secrets. In store for y'all.
All right, let's continue. So really no information yet at E3.
Sorry.
Well, hopefully in the next couple days we get a trailer. So let's move on to some discussion.
Well, aren't we going to talk about the other stuff from E3 that we enjoyed?
If you want to. I just
think
figured people wouldn't want to hear it.
Well, we can just kind of hit on it. Just a little bit.
So
tease
what
it a little bit.
do you like about E3 so
All
far?
right. Well, let me tell you. The only thing that I honestly, to be 100% cared about was finally the release of gameplay and a trailer for the new Legend of Zelda game.
There we go.
I believe it's Winds of the Wild. It's gonna be. I'm
Something
I'm
like that. You're really
completely
close.
wrong.
It's something of the wild.
I can't think of it off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I know that's really bad, but it's something of the wild. And oh my God, people! I've been waiting my entire existence for this. It looks gorgeous. It's more open world. The art direction is perfect, and it just looks so beautiful. And you're gonna be able to do tons in it. It looks like it's gonna be a little more RPG.
It looks
style,
like a lot of fun.
and it looks sexy.
Except those
Don't talk to
rigid
me.
edges with the no anti-aliasing that I noticed.
This
during
is
the
just
trailer.
an early Ryan. It's an early build of the game. Okay.
Yes, I know.
stop
I'm just
talking to
messing
me.
with you.
No,
it looks really cool though.
That's the main thing that I'm really hyped for, because Legend of Zelda will be and has always been my favorite game series of all time and games of all time. So, yeah.
Do you have a Wii U?
Yes, I do.
Oh, are you gonna buy the NX for it? Because I'm sure it'll be on NX as well.
Probably.
Cool.
And the Wii U is what I'm going to be bringing over next week, so I can dunk real cleanly on you in Super Smash Brothers.
What if I don't even know the buttons and I still beat
That's
you?
no, that's not even
Are you
possible.
gonna be mad?
Like, I'm telling you right now, that's not actually possible.
Oh
You're
my.
so full of it.
I'm telling you, I'm very good at this game.
It's not actually possible.
It's not. You're not going to beat me, not even once. I'd be impressed if you took a stock off me.
Wow. Okay. Well, we'll see next week, Dylan.
Ryan's going to get El Recorino.
Start placing your bets on what's gonna happen here.
You should bet on me, by the way.
So I'll tell you what I liked about E3.
Okay.
Personally, I thought it was a little underwhelming so far.
That's what I've heard as well.
I mean, yeah, there's some cool stuff. Nothing. I have like a certain taste now because I've like played video games long enough where I only like I see the same things happening over and over again and I'm not impressed. Whereas other people are really impressed by it. Like Horizon Zero Dawn looks kind of cool, but like when I see it played, I'm like, okay, so it's an open world game. Like,
it looks like one of those games where I'd be like, holy cow, this looks so cool. I play it for like 20, 30 hours maybe, and then I'd never play it again.
That's like Far Cry 4. Like I played the heck out of Far Cry 3. So not even that. Like I beat it and I was done with it. Then I played Far Cry 4 and it was like 5 hours and I was done. And like who knows? It might defy expectations and be really good, but it is kind of fit inside a very specific genre that I already know of very well. So yeah, maybe it'll be really awesome. Hopefully it is. I'll probably buy it anyway. But yeah, probably the thing I'm most excited about.
I think I know what you're talking about here.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Become Human. I think it's called.
I haven't heard about this.
You should look up the trailer when we're done.
All
here.
right.
It's a really good trailer.
It's rock solid. It's about it's like a little sci-fi.
Detective.
You're a detective basically. Like think of L.A. Noir, except later, like in the future, and you're an android.
Ooh.
And you're having to save a human.
Well, in the trailer, they have like one
Yeah.
scenario played out a million different ways. Basically, they show all the different ways this one thing could like happen.
Yeah, there's like so many different
how well you
endings
did
and
the detective stuff.
it's really cool looking.
It does look really cool. That's the one game that I thought looked very unique. L.A. Noire was very unique, and it was a fun game. It may have not been perfect, but that was still a rock solid game in my opinion.
Agreed.
So,
Dishonored 2.
Dishonored 2 looks pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, steampunk. Joel, what did you like?
Well, I really like the Detroit game that we saw. Otherwise, I was not overly enthused by much else. The Zelda game, caught my interest. Was it at E3 that they announced the remastered Skyrim?
It was the Bethesda conference around you, like.
Oh, right, so it's the same thing
they did
there.
announce that. Yes.
I can remember where that one came from. But yes, that makes me slightly happy, so I can get that on PS4 and then just get trophies.
That'd be fun.
That was just the only reason I wanted for the trophies.
Oh, and then Kojima had a trailer for his new game. Is it Kojima or is that the company? Which one's Kojima? I always get them mixed up.
What's their new game?
No, Kojima's the company he was a part of. Wait.
Okay,
what are you talking about?
It's called something. I don't know. It didn't impress me. Everybody else was super impressed, but I didn't get it.
Oh, and Ryan played the cruel trick on me this morning. He's like, oh yeah, E3 just announced that Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be coming out in a month. And I'm like, wait, are you dead? Are you serious? Are you serious, Ryan?
Okay.
And he's just like, yeah, I'm dead serious. I'm like,
Come on, man.
By the way, her mouth is completely open.
yeah.
Yeah.
Been waiting on this for like 10 years,
I'm
roughly.
going to zone out for about 4 minutes to watch this trailer because I'm very interested in it. So Ryan, you're gonna have to talk for 4 minutes.
That's all right. I got plenty of time.
Nonstop. So I know that's hard for you, but hit him with it.
Oh my god, I'm dying. Final Fantasy 15 had a little bit of stuff. I like me some Final Fantasy. It was a weird VR trailer. I guess they're having a little bit of VR in the game, which just looked kind of out of place, and I was not very impressed. So whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure the game will still be good when it comes out, but I mean, I like VR too. But like, I'm not gonna like go out of my way to play a small snippet of a game in VR.
Yeah, Ryan's trying to make a bargain with me here about getting the PlayStation VR.
I want it so bad.
I'm thoroughly convinced it's going to be extremely underwhelming, considering, in my opinion, virtual reality is full immersion, versus just wearing the headset and still pressing X to walk while I awkwardly stand there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the Vive
just doesn't
has,
sound
like,
very.
The PSVR actually has separate controllers that you use with your hands.
Well, still, I'm not actually running across the world. I'm not.
It'll still be, if you tried it, you'd get it.
I'm skeptical of it. I mean, I get why it's cool. Don't get me wrong on that. It's just, I don't feel like investing my money on something that is not going to give me the real whole experience of what VR is trying to capture.
We'll see.
But anyway, we're trying to find a place to test this out. So if you know any, let us know, because Ryan might be getting one.
If anybody lives close to us and wants to have us try out some VR, that'd be awesome, because we've never been able to try it yet, and I know she'd love it if she just tried it. Also, the new Xbox console was sort of officially announced.
It seemed rather underwhelming as well.
Well, it didn't. They basically just said a bunch of crap about how they're perfect and and Microsoft is awesome.
Gee, that doesn't happen ever.
No offense, I have nothing I just don't like big corporations. Like, I don't think Sony's a perfect corporation either. But
Microsoft just keeps doing the same patterns over and over. It's a little fun because it's predictable.
But this isn't. No. Anyway, I agree with you, but this is totally new. Like what they're doing with iterative. They're trying to make like a console that can.
Aren't you just talking about the Ultra Slim?
No,
Xbox
I'm talking
One?
about the other one.
Oh, I haven't heard of this then.
Oh,
I thought you were just talking about the Ultra,
No, I'm
the
talking about
Slim
something else.
version. Oh, tell me about it then.
They officially announced the I don't know exactly what they're calling it. They're calling it like the Scorpio project. It's just a code name for what it's eventually going to be, a new console coming out next year, holiday season.
What's it? Is it just like a new Xbox?
It's just it's supposed to be a super powerful version of Xbox One, basically.
And why?
That will be able to supposedly run games in 4K and 60 frames per second. Which sounds like complete BS to me. Because I have a computer that still can't do that.
Well, if it can, it'll probably be very expensive.
Even with, like, the newest graphics card, like the best graphics card, that's still super hard to do. So, I really, really doubt they'll be able to do that at a fair price point if they can really hit this. I don't know.
They're probably being ambitious.
It looks silly to me for the most part. But yeah, they're basically just like, yeah, this console's the most powerful console. Like, they were saying it like verbatim, like, this is the most powerful console. And like, they haven't even seen like what the new PlayStation's going to be yet, so they're being a little cocky. We'll see how it goes. They said the same stuff about Xbox One, so I'm hoping to see an announcement soon for the new PlayStation, though, because I'm sure they're going to probably...
It's making me sad thinking about it. Like, we just bought a PS4, it feels like, and now it's freaking outdated.
Well, they're planning on... These new consoles are coming out way before a new cycle normally does, so they're planning on still completely supporting this current generation.
It's still a new thing you have to buy. It's just like...
We don't have to buy it, that's the point. Games are still going to be made...
I know you, Ryan, you're gonna wanna.
Yeah, but like the business standpoint, the PR standpoint that they're trying to give is that because like the way they're selling it is they're saying, hey, you don't have to buy this because we're forcing developers to still sell their games on the old console.
Again, I get it, but it still makes you outdated in a sense.
Yes, it does. But I have a computer, so I never feel outdated. So.
Your computer's pretty outdated as it is right now.
It's not. It runs games good. Anyway, so that's pretty much E3 in a nutshell. Not too many things happen. I mean, if you're excited about a couple games...
Dylan looks amazed at the trailer he just finished.
Oh, my God.
Did it look cool or what?
Doesn't it?
Okay, so this is the type of game that I've been waiting for my entire life.
Oh, wow.
It's a game that your decisions seriously impact everything that happens. And there is no right or wrong answer. And I feel like it's one of those things where if you goof up, you goof up.
And that's it.
Sorry, like the little girl dies and it's just like, shoot. And so it's like, I really like games where your decisions really impact the story, and it'd be really cool if certain ways that missions play out affect ways other missions play out down the line. It looks so good. I like that you're an android.
Yeah, I like that you can tell like at the end of the trailer, like what decision he made affected his psyche a little bit, even though he's an android. Like you can tell there's some things going on there.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't notice that?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I mean the one android was already like going crazy, so there's at least some sentientness to them.
You guys should look at the trailer. It's pretty cool.
It is really cool.
It is sexy.
Anyway, the best thing that's ever happened in your entire life is No Man's Sky, though. So
I mean, same.
It hasn't even happened yet either.
Oh lordy.
All right, so
we ready to get on to our
enough E3
questions?
talk. Let's do discussion now, okay? Who wants to grab the first one here? Joel does.
Crap. All right, from Tyler Ray Moore. Hey, folks. Okay, I'll go with that. I have been meaning to message you for some time. I really enjoyed listening to everyone's ideas on how No Man's Sky is going to turn out. My wife and I are super excited for this game. Hooray for another wife! This makes me happy. To the point, I showed her a few of the previews. She sent me out the next day to reserve 2 copies for the PS4.
You have a good wife.
Yes, you do. Besides listening to you guys, only other thing that is helping me for not going crazy is a book series that I have listened to on Podio Books. Did I say that right?
Audiobooks, maybe? Podio Books?
Maybe it's
like
a typo? I don't know.
Who knows?
Trader's Tale 6 book series by Nathan Lowell. Thought one of you might also enjoy. I love reading, so I'll have to check that out. Only complaint I have. It is super brutal on the ears when someone tries talking over another.
What are you talking about? Oh my god.
Probably should have done
Story of my life. Ends up sounding like a yelling contest. And everyone laughing all at once, compounding on each other. Don't take me wrong. Sound quality is so much better than the earlier shows. Keep up the good work, and thank you all for the insight and different mindsets. Helps a lot.
We try our best with the whole shouting over each other.
I'm sorry, they can't shut up.
It might always be a problem, but we'll try. We'll always keep it in mind. Awesome. Okay.
But yeah, you have an amazing wife. Worship her.
Almost as good as my wife.
Oh. I say she's tied.
I'll grab this next one. Dylan doesn't need to read anything.
No, that's unlucky.
Ryan
Nathan
wants it because it's short.
Grenade, I'm guessing here.
Grenade.
What game featured at E3 are y'all most looking forward to? Well, we said that already.
Well, I apologize. I kind of hit on that earlier.
Oh, there got your answer.
Sorry. We appreciate the question.
But yeah, hopefully by next week we have a little more, like, some more interesting things.
How many more
from E3.
days of
I
E3
hope
is
so.
there?
I think it usually goes through Thursday or Friday. But mostly everything's introduced at the beginning of the week, and then they just show it off for the rest of the week. So usually,
cool.
usually you don't get more previews later on. So
Who knows? Maybe Sean will pull out something cool.
Graham, the biggest thing.
I was really hoping for a new
2017.
like stage showing. That's what I was really hoping.
That
for.
would be nice.
Like that one E3 stage showing.
Hmm.
But yeah, okay.
Alright.
Dylon, you got this next one.
I'm gonna butcher your name, just putting it out there. Niels Niho Johansson. I'm gonna go with it's somewhat European, so that's why I'm pronouncing it like that. Hey, found your podcast last week, and we are on episode 5 now. As a geek, Ryan?
Without?
Without geek friends. Thank you. As a geek without geek friends, does your podcast helps me geek on. I love the chemistry between you guys and girl. Thank you. Really
Aw.
appreciate that. 2 questions here, it looks like. I have 2 questions for you. You maybe have answered them in one of the episodes I haven't listened to. I have heard in an old interview with Sean, he mentions that you will have a jetpack in the interview, but you never hear anything more. Do you know if that will be taken away or if it will be in the game?
Definitely in the game.
Definitely in the game.
Yep.
Yep.
They use it multiple times in newer gameplay and everything, so it's definitely there. No
And
worries.
they talk about it a lot too, so it's definitely going to be in there.
Yeah, Carboni like flipped out when he found out that he had a jetpack. He's like, what? I had a jetpack this whole time? You were walking around like a little dork? It was a good time.
Second question here. Are you guys afraid for Ryan's life when the game comes out?
Why?
Because I feel like he would just play the game 24/7 and forget to eat and accidentally starve himself to death. Or if the game sucks, he would end up blowing up the Hello Games headquarters. I'm more...
We don't want to start any death threats.
First of all,
Yeah,
Ryan
no.
would never forget to eat. He'd probably just die from, like, gluing himself to the chair and get so fat, like, it would have to be, like, like, removed by the fire department.
Probably. I feel like that's probably the best
Yeah.
answer for
Oh.
that.
I am going to be playing this game so much.
Plays it
I-
once, never plays it again.
Oh,
it kind of sucks.
Lame.
Back to COD.
my first. What? I can't push the multiplayer button. I have to play. I have to choose single player. Oh no.
Okay, anyways.
I don't ever like the single player in my COD games.
Same.
Well, thank you for your concern about Ryan. I'll make sure to keep an eye on him. He's gonna need it.
Alright, moving on.
All right. Excuse me.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not gonna make bro.
Alright. Well, Ryan's dead.
Michael Booze. I had one of those. Wouldn't it be cool if thoughts this morning? Wouldn't it be cool if we could learn and use some bits of Sentinel tech that would allow us to either gain wanted levels more slowly or be ignored by Sentinels in certain situations where they would otherwise attack? That'd be a cool upgrade
That would be neat.
system. Right
See,
there.
I think like this could actually be a thing.
I do too.
Probably it is.
Like using their technology to maybe disguise yourself where on their registry you look like another Sentinel.
And then they
or
don't care. You can
something.
like jump on top of them and play around with them, and they're like, "Oh my god, stop it!" And you're like, "Oh, you're so cute."
Of course, that's what Ryan would do.
That's exactly what's gonna end up happening.
Oh, my little Sentinel buddy. Yeah, that'd be
Oh
super
my.
cool. I completely agree. That'd be a rock solid game mechanic in my
I
opinion.
would.
I'm really hoping Sentinels aren't as much of a nuisance as they have proven to be in the gameplay vids we've seen. Mining seems very central to the game, and having to continuously move on every time you destroy 4 or 5 formations would start to feel like a grind. But I'd be happy with an optional workaround. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I think that this is one of those things where you're the planets were kind of a little bit cherry picked. So maybe they were just for the planets they've shown in their trailers and everything. They just basically coded it so that the Sentinels were
Super aggressive.
but then spawned a ton as well, just a really high spawn rate, just so that it wouldn't be impossible for Sean to end up finding them. Basically, edit the coding so that when he shows people, he can basically pick out
Show
a random
everybody
planet, but
a
show
small
everything.
amount of the game.
Exactly.
A good reference to that is the E3 stage showing. When goes into the water, he then comes out, and all of a sudden you hear, when he's out, all of a sudden you hear the sound effect of a Sentinel spawning, like immediately next to him. So it wasn't there before. It probably spawned in. He probably had code set up just so that he could show them fighting a little bit on the ground. So most likely that's what he was doing with that. So,
because I don't think Sean. I know Sean 100% has shown things that he wants to show.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't shown anything that he hasn't wanted to show yet. I'm like 95% sure on that one.
But he said some things he's probably regretting though.
Like what?
Like with the Galaxies thing.
Maybe.
When he said, "Oh, I don't want to spoil anything."
Maybe he's just teasing it though.
Maybe he's just the master of all teasing.
I think he honestly.
I'm sure he is.
No, he really like he's thought about all this to like a stupid extent.
Or maybe he's just really nervous and he accidentally spilled the beans.
I don't think the beans could be spilled through the beard.
Maybe he beans the spilled.
That beard
his
filters
beans.
out the secrets.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on.
All right, Dylon.
That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan
It's me.
Liebert to the No Man's Sky Explorers. Hey guys, I'm quite happy to have a podcast about No Man's Sky. It keeps my brain at ease during this time of waiting. I'm currently listening to episode 6, and I have a question about No Man's Sky that's been burning a hole in my head. So let's say you are on a planet with a lake, river, pond, any type of water source, and you find yourself digging a hole underneath the water source. What do you think will happen if you dug up into the bottom of the water source? Will the water fill up your hole? Will it kill you? It also brings up another question. Will physics be the same on every planet? Will the gravity be a thing to worry about? Thanks. I hope my questions aren't too thought-provoking. P.S. Hey Ryan, nice name, and don't worry about not liking the Harry Potter series. It's not good. Bang bang, shots fired. Keep up the great work, guys. Appreciate it.
So it's a thing that all Ryans are
basically terrible.
Are just a little uneducated.
We just don't believe in magic, honestly. That's like what's... No, I'm kidding. We love you. So we kind of covered this once because this
Yes.
was
This
cleared
was
up,
mentioned,
actually.
yeah.
Right.
So according to now, this is unofficial. Official. So
officially unofficial.
it's officially unofficial. Wait, no, it's unofficially.
Or is it? Yeah, it's unofficially official.
I think that makes more sense.
Officially unofficial. Anyways.
Shut up.
Okay, let's get going with that.
So back when they had that big thing, was it in March?
Sure.
Where they had a whole bunch of press able to play the game for a little bit. They had a demo set up in Blurry 5, I think. One of the people that got to play the game, one of the journalists said that they messed with the water physics a little bit, and it did, like when they blew a hole in something, the water would like pour into it and stuff. We don't know for sure, because I'm pretty sure it was also a translated article, so there could have been some translating problems and things like that. But as far as we know, it seems like there's some water physics. I don't see how they get away with not putting them in.
That's
Yeah.
where I'm
At least
sitting.
some sort of water physics. It might be Minecraft style where there's a source element of it, and like there's an infinite amount of it as long as that source is there. You know.
That might
So it might be that
Yeah.
way, or it might be more realistic, and you might pour.
There's
like,
actually
it might
a
actually
mass.
lessen.
There's a volume.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So obviously we don't know for sure. I'd hope for the more realistic one, but at the same rate, it wouldn't be that much of a bummer if it was like Minecraft style.
Agreed.
Because I don't care that
Yeah,
much.
that's
Yeah.
not too big of a thing. But I'm 95% sure there's gonna be some water physics with it. When it comes to the gravity, I think gravity is going to be one of those things where it's kind of like climate and temperature and things like that. How that's procedurally generated based on a lot of different values and things along those lines. The size of planet, things like that, distance from the sun, sciencing it. So I think gravity would definitely be something. I don't know if that's something. Stop it. I don't know if that's something you're gonna actually see on your screen, or if that's something you can just look at. If you scan it, get away from the mic, Ryan. I know you're gonna do it.
You can hit him. Please
I'm
hit
gonna
him.
Slap this boy.
I need to say something.
No, you're no.
Okay.
That gravity is also going to be one of those things based on the values of the planet and things along those lines. It's going to be procedurally set based on the guidelines, essentially, and how the planet forms and things along those lines. But I would be very surprised if the gravity was the same on all the planets.
Can I destroy your entire thing you just said?
No, because you're wrong.
I'm gonna destroy this.
You're wrong.
Ooh.
So somebody asked him. I think it was Ryan McCaffrey when he was playing the game once. He like asked him, "Oh, is the gravity gonna be different on every planet?" He's like, Sean's like, "Well, sort of. Your suit automatically compensates for it." So in the other hands, it's not a mechanic.
So do you
Other
have...
words.
I kind of thought that was what I was thinking. It might be
Well,
along the
do you
lines
have
of more.
then is it one of those things where you have to get an upgrade for your suit to auto?
I don't think so. It sounded
Or
like
is it just one of those things?
it sounded
that's
like they
on
just
your
didn't
suit?
implement the mechanic, and that was his not an excuse, but that was his gameplay logic of why it's not in there. Like your suit just compensates for it, so it's okay. So it's not something we have to
What
worry
does
about.
it compensate for it though?
I don't know,
Lightens you or heavyings you?
I don't know.
That was English.
but that's what he said. Who knows? Maybe it's still going to be implemented in the long run, but
There aren't any NPCs.
I
Right?
have. That's true. I do remember him specifically saying that and thinking, "Oh, okay, well, it is what it is." So I don't have a source for that, so you guys can just destroy me, and that's fine. But
So tell Ryan why he's wrong and why I'm right.
I just
as
know that there
always.
was. If you guys want to like link it in the discussion page, if you find it, I remember it was.
Or on YouTube or anywhere.
Yeah, just let us know because I'm pretty positive that was there. So in my, I don't know, just guessing. Everything we ever talk about is speculation stuff. I hate to be like
What?
politically correct about the things I'm saying when it doesn't even matter half the time. All right. I got this next one.
All right.
Christopher McHugh says, "Hey all, going off of your last episode or podcast, what is it you do outside of the podcast? Are Ryan and Joelle part of an undercover secret operation team that infiltrates people's dreams about Sean's beard? Is Dylan a time traveler for the Illuminati? That's right, Dylan. I'm on to you."
I can confirm this. This is all correct.
I don't know. I work. Joelle doesn't. Dylan does. There you go.
You can
I also
shove it
meme.
for that comment, Ryan.
Joel's going to college, unlike us two.
That's true.
Yes, I go to college and I take care of our 1-year-old.
Which is a job in its own right.
It is. It is very different.
And I take care of Ryan.
That is my favorite thing about her. That she does a lot
Aw.
for me. So yes. I'll just say, generally speaking, I do computer work.
He works as a dispatcher.
I dispatch.
I sell jewelry.
So
So yeah, there's that.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're baldus.
Wheezed the bowl.
Dylan is lying though. He actually does work for the Illuminati. So. But I don't. Oh, I'm on a list now.
Anyways.
Also, speaking of time, Ryan, you mentioned that in an interview with Sean, if you were to shoot a hole into the ground and leave for a while and come back, we would be able to tell that time had passed. I don't think I meant it that way, but let's continue. Does this mean we would see growth around or in the hole, or if big
Ooh.
enough, we could make a lake or pond if it were on a rainy planet?
Ooh.
What do you guys think it means that we will be able to see that time had passed? Love you guys. Love the podcast. Thanks.
We love you too.
I know this isn't directly what you meant by this, but this is also very good point.
It could be something.
That could be.
It definitely
Time
it
definitely
should be
passes
something.
when you're not when it's not generating the planet. It still has an algorithm for past
It's
time.
it's still formulating it. It's just not graphically.
So who
producing
knows what they implement with the time passing though? So do they like have different plants growing, or do they have different things going on? Is there anything that happens because time passes other than animals moving around or things like that? It's a good question.
El Nino.
El Nino.
Do you even know what that
Ryan
is?
has
No.
no clue.
See, it's like Joel and I can have an intelligent conversation, and then this kid is just like over here, like, I did first grade, guys. I did it.
I pretend I get what people are saying.
He's pretty good at it. You wouldn't
it's
catch
just,
it.
It's
normally.
current. It's like current and how do you?
Can I just explain that I was
I'm not sure if
homeschooled?
which one I'm thinking of, if it's El Nino or La Nina. Which weather?
It's basically a weather phenomenon that controls currents and basically wind patterns throughout the globe.
Yeah, I can't remember which one is which, and that's what's
So that'd be interesting
blogging-
to see
blogging
how
on
that
my
kind
mind
of
here.
works with time too.
It would
if
be
that's a
cool.
thing.
That's a good question you brought up about rain. Like if it
would
rains,
fill in.
puddles. That was actually something in, and this is just a weird reference. GTA 5 had so many unique details in that game. One of the things was that when it rains, it actually creates puddles, and it's time based. So the longer it rains, the larger the puddles become. And that was something I really liked. There's just little details like that in GTA 5 that I really liked.
That's immersive.
Yes. Also, if you like go in water, only certain parts of your clothes get wet, depending on what was actually in the water.
It was
Just
odd.
little things.
It was very oddly detailed.
Super little things, yeah. That always really, like whenever you go through a tunnel, your GPS stops working. Like just stupid little stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that was why that game was so good, because they put so much detail in it.
One thing that I really liked, and I know this we're getting a little off topic here, but one thing
Gee,
that was
surprise.
super. Now that we're talking about this, is when you are driving through the desert on a really hot day, on the asphalt roads, you can actually see the mirage reflection in the
Yeah.
road as well,
Mhm.
which is flippin' phenomenal.
They just have like a separate department that goes in, like it's like the immersion department.
We have our immersion scientists on this one, boys.
Yeah, they are so good at their jobs. Oh my god, the stuff they do for that game is amazing.
It's crazy.
It's like there's gangsters and there's this and there's and also it's like hyper realistic but also super fun to play.
Bang bang.
I don't know how they do it. It's crazy.
I mean, I don't think it's hyper realistic because you can just kind of hop into
like
F-16 and just be like.
they pick and choose what's hyper realistic, but yeah, I agree.
You're realistic.
You're stupid.
Thank you.
Oh. But yeah, good talk.
Good.
Yeah, that'd be cool if they there's actually puddles and stuff. That'd be awesome. I lost my page. Oh my god, this is the end.
Ryan just highlighted everything.
Did you see that? Thoughts on PS4 price drop this summer? Maybe hear details at E3.
Did you read the person who posted this tier?
Nick Prosser.
Keeping this child on
But
track.
with the current Xbox $50 drop sale, I hope this pushes Sony in the same direction. I am switching from Xbox to PS4 for this game, so waiting for the best deal. Yeah, actually, in the new Xbox Slim, only $300.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Cool.
It's just from a marketing standpoint, they're gonna have.
I haven't seen consoles this cheap for a long time.
We're talking back like.
Way back, like PS3 and Xbox 360 were never this cheap.
No, and I mean we're talking these consoles were released at $500.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like the amount that they're dropping is unbelievable.
And like the PS3 was what, like $800 when it first came out?
No.
Oh, it was up there.
Google
it now.
It was like 400 at max.
Nope, it
I
was.
thought it was like about 600.
PS3 initial.
No, I'll look it up, Ryan.
price.
I'm doing it.
Let's
I'm
see
gonna
who's
figure this out
right.
before you.
No, it's gonna be me. Whose internet is faster, even though we're using the
PS3
same internet.
initial
All right.
price.
Anyways, we should probably keep on topic.
It was 500 or 600. I don't know why it has two prices.
Or now here's something interesting: 50,000 yen or 60,000 yen. So
Why
you
can't
know,
I pull up the whole wiki article? I
You're
have
a
to
wiki
prove you
article.
wrong. But it was like really expensive when it first came out.
no, that's
People were
actually
really mad about
decently
it.
ridiculous. That's actually pretty insane. But yeah, here I'm gonna
You
move
keep
on
reading. I want
and-
to know for sure.
and read because Ryan can't.
You can't
I'm just
do
kidding,
two
he
things
can
at
read.
once.
Maybe he can. I don't know.
Not often.
On to Chris Kerr, or Kerr, something like that. I apologize for butchering that.
I'm gonna go with Chris.
So there's been a lot of speculation and discussions about what is in this game, and holy cow, reading is really hard. About what is in this game is really going to be, but I want to hear the discussion, hopefully in the podcast. Well, here we go. And speculation on the groundwork the game is laying. For example, Hello Games lends their engine to BioWare to make a Mass Effect or Star Wars MMORPG. If the team the size of Hello Games is doing this, just imagine what the size of BioWare crossed with the
Ingenuity.
with the ingenuity of Hello Games could do. It's an unfathomable concept. It reminds me of the Oasis Ready Player One. If you guys,
Yeah, it's a book.
oh well, I don't read, so as you can tell. So sorry. Sorry for it being 1 o'clock at night and being unable to read.
They released a new Mass Effect Andromeda trailer.
Ooh,
It was
there's
really-
another Mass
it
Effect
was
game coming out.
really- yeah,
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
it was announced last
Is he
year.
live? Is he live though?
Huh?
Is Colonel Shepard live?
He's not the main character anymore. It's a
On
new character, and it's called Andromeda because you go
Lucky.
to a different galaxy, in the Andromeda galaxy.
Is
It's
wait,
like fresh
isn't that our
start.
isn't that our galaxy though?
No, you're
Well,
lying.
back on the topic that Chris gave us
sorry,
here.
Sorry.
This is on topic because there was a talk at E3 because the Mass Effect people were saying they specifically mentioned Hello Games and they said they're making huge strides, like they're pushing boundaries that people should be pushing right now. They
That's
mentioned
good
that
to
at
hear.
E3. So
That's good to hear.
yeah.
But no.
And because I think Andromeda is going to be using a huge amount of procedural generation. So
that's pretty cool.
that's why they're brought it up.
Well, okay, so one thing. We did talk about this a little bit last episode about how
Beautiful you are.
thank you. About how basically like if a huge massive 1,000 man team tackled this, what they'd be able to accomplish in accordance to Hello Games being able to accomplish this massive feat with just under 20 people. Like it's pretty ridiculous.
I think as soon as No Man's Sky comes out, we're going to see a lot more innovation in video games. And then
I
we're going to
agree.
see a whole lot of No Man's Sky clones.
Uh,
Just like when Minecraft came out.
yeah, and they're all gonna suck. Just like
There's going
all
to be a
the-
lot of Steam early access crap.
Yeah.
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 Give us money to make our game, and then we actually don't deliver.
And it's just the same as another game.
Yep.
But we have this one feature you always wanted in that game.
Woo! And it sucked. Wow, shocker.
But yeah, that's like it's gonna be interesting. I'm really excited to see because competition. It's gonna start competition, which is gonna lead to really good products.
I agree.
So.
That's capitalism leads to
America.
innovation. So, well, I mean, it kind of does.
Also to the largest national debt like ever.
But that's besides the point. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's it's whatever.
You have me drooling over the Star Wars idea. I'm
Yes,
literally
Star Wars
just
too.
like drooling right
By
now.
the way, they announced
my
that
God,
there's a
sounds
bunch of new
great.
Star Wars projects being worked on for video
Oh,
games.
thank God.
Except they were super vague and didn't tell us exactly what any of them were.
Some more Knights of the Old Republic. Hopefully
Yes.
some more Commando.
Ooh,
Commandos.
that's a good idea.
Oh my God, I would cry of happiness
That's a
because
good
that was
idea.
one of the greatest games of all time.
That was pretty solid.
It's pretty the best.
Somebody's working on a new RPG, they said.
Ooh, so Knights of the
Ooh.
Old Republic.
Freaking hope so.
Oh my
because
gosh, yes.
It's not the same as the Old Republic MMO, let me tell you that.
You're an Old Republic.
Which is still kind of cool, but Knights of the Republic is so much better.
Yeah, agreed.
So that'd be cool too. Why
That
are
would
we
be
keep getting
really
off topic? Oh my god, too much
Because
E3.
we're crazy. All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's obviously. I mean, I think No Man's Sky is doing something that nobody else is doing, so it's gonna be cool how the industry reacts. It's like when Minecraft became popular, and everyone's like, "Wait, what?
No one's ever thought of this.
People can like games that aren't Call of Duty and pew pew pew."
No.
Oh my. Please don't take offense from him. Please.
You can't. It's not allowed.
But then what happened is they created all those servers so people can have 5v5 death matches in Minecraft.
Hit them with the memes. But those are fun though.
They are kind of fun.
They're actually.
I
The
have
Hunger
done a
Games
lot of
ones
those.
are like
Hunger
the
Games
best.
ones. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Those are the best.
All right.
Like how we
let's
meme on
continue.
it and then we just straight up are like, oh wait, that was good. Shoot.
All right, John Friswell. Question. Sorry if anyone has asked this. Underwater mining. If you mine into a cave network underwater, does the water flow in and fill up the cave? Could you accidentally kill all the creatures in the cave this way?
Wow.
Are there cave systems under oceans? I don't remember seeing any mining underwater so far. Anyone got ideas? I'm assuming there could be cave systems underwater.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and yes are my answers.
Alrighty, confirmed.
All right, and so we're moving on.
We talked about this a little bit already with the water flow. It's it's speculative. I'm assuming it would flow.
Okay, so the way I look at it is this is one of those things that would piss so many people off, and I know for a fact it would piss Sean off, so they have to do it.
Would it piss that many people off though?
Yes.
If water didn't
If water
flow
was
into-
just stagnant and floating.
Yeah, that's true. It'd be different
yeah.
if some land did that,
Because that
but
can
like
actually
water,
in
on
the
the
game.
other hand, is
Unless there's some scientific
like
reason
if
they could
Minecraft
try
could
to
do it, No
proliferate.
Man's Sky could do it.
See, I'd be intrigued by this now too, because if you have a lake, okay, but you have a mass cave system underneath the lake, if you blew a hole through it,
Poke a hole.
poke a little hole, open up the drain a little bit, pull out the
Oh
drain.
my.
One, the water will flow into it, okay, and fill it up, but
Two,
will the
creature genocide.
wonderful.
Drown everybody.
Very
Everyone's
dark.
dead.
Love it.
But could the lake, if the cave system was actually large enough and had a big enough, basically, volume in which it could hold, could you drain an entire lake?
That'd be interesting.
That would be very cool.
Then could you use the power of the lake's currents to destroy the entire planet?
I'm hoping so. Could you
Oh
you
my.
empty an ocean this way? No, you couldn't. I'm totally kidding. That's not possible.
What if you poked a hole in the atmosphere and sucked all the water into space?
All right, now we're moving on. This is not.
Yeah,
now we're getting
definitely.
unintelligent with our stuff. I mean, what I was saying probably wasn't the most intelligent either.
And still from John Friswell, he says, it was hard to find a pic of this, but it seems there will be an atmosphere aerial combat, sometimes ground scale. This is going to be great to see in-game viewing from planet side. Yes, there are some screenshots of whole capital ships going down onto the planet and stuff.
See, what I'm really hoping is that there's going to essentially be like space planet battles, like in Starship Troopers. It's a very good point of this, where basically the bugs would shoot up their plasma beams or plasma balls into space and blow up ships as they were coming into the atmosphere. But I'd be interested in seeing if basically ships in space could essentially angle themselves and just, while still in space, bombard through the atmosphere onto the planet. And you'd see space battles that way. That would be really cool.
That would be cool. And we have seen battles go on. There's a couple trailers you can watch where they're actually fighting in space, and then they follow like the fighters into the atmosphere and fight some more. Oops, just knocked the mic over. Sorry about that.
Fail.
Just waving my hands all over. Just wait until we start doing video podcasts eventually, and they see like our hands going everywhere.
I'm pretty sure that's only you two.
That's just yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I'm sure that stuff's gonna be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for it. So, you want to get Agbulu?
Me?
Agbulu?
Agbulu House.
The G is silent. I remember this because he was on our stream.
Abulu.
Abulu House? Abulu House?
Abulu House. It's his last name, apparently.
Okay. Oh, snap. I forgot to ask. What if everyone spawned together so we could meet up with friends? Then we all jumped to random spawn points like Minecraft factions.
Well, once we all get near the center, we're gonna find each other.
Ooh.
I mean, Ryan and I have already found each other.
Oh, spoilers.
Do you believe in life after love?
No, this is not happening. This is...
life after love.
So when is our duet coming out? Okay, we actually need to
That's
stay on
Joel's
track.
punishment. That's Joel's punishment for next week. Yes.
Oh, we got it though. Okay, so Joelle lost today, so she has to do a punishment video, and we got it, boys.
And you guys are going to sing "Share" to me.
Yes.
Isn't this going to embarrass
For
you
10
more
minutes
than
straight.
torture me?
No, you will be tortured.
10 minutes?
10 minutes.
No,
straight.
let's just do one song. That's fine.
No,
just one
10
song.
minutes.
No, not 10 minutes.
It's gotta be painful.
Can you sing for 10 minutes, Ryan?
Okay, I'm not gonna torture her that long. That's not nice. That's just
Oh,
cruel. That's cruelty.
See, he has a little
There's no such thing
humanity.
as cruelty in marriage. Just kidding.
Wait, but so you're saying when she beats you? That's not cruelty?
Oh, we're not supposed to mention that.
See, we're still joking, guys. Ha 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 ha.
Beating your spouse is funny.
No, it's not, Ryan. See,
my
we're
God.
just joking over here, and then Ryan just takes it off the.
This is what
fucking
happens
D-pad.
when you're homeschooled. You don't know when it's not okay to say
That's
something.
actually true. He doesn't have a.
Oh
he's
my
just-
god. We might end up censoring that part, possibly, because that was...
No, whatever.
That,
I think
that
it's fine,
was-
but-
Just kidding.
That was dark.
You're-
Okay, so on behalf of No Man's Sky Explorers, I'm sorry. Here's the apology in advance. We are
Here comes the outrage in
sorry.
the YouTube
We are
comments.
so sorry.
Stop abusing your wife.
I appreciate the support. Thank you.
I think you're the one that gets abused. But... Anyways, moving on.
One Man's Sky.
Oh.
Like the podcast, it's a little less serious than others. It still has a personal feel with the viewers' Q&A, etc. Hope it continues like this. Whilst
Whilst.
I'm here, I have a question and a wish, of course. I'm falling apart. Question. I know there are billions and billions of planets, but creating creatures has to be more limited, even though through the art video it seems that is also procedural to an extent. So, can the same creature exist on 2 or more different planets? And if so, will the name given to the first discovery propagate to the other planets? First of all, I do not think there's going to be any of the same of anything.
I think it's one of the limits that they've basically set for creatures is that none can be duplicated.
I really doubt that's possible with the procedural generation.
It is extremely unlikely,
Like, yes-
but it is physically possible.
Like, when you think of a planet being procedurally generated, there's, like, all the curves of the terrain and everything. Like, there's really no way. Like, there would be such a random chance for that to actually happen. But when you think of a, like, animal, you have to also think of all the curves and everything, because everything on that thing is procedurally generated. Like, there's
But-
going to be little things here and there.
Just to play devil's advocate on that, you have to think of all the planets that are out there in this game. I mean,
What are you talking about?
in the game, you know, if something was going to duplicate, this would be the game for it, you know?
I know, but he's talking about the animals
Yeah.
being duplicated.
I know, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, it could be possible.
I mean, I don't think the game would allow it, but, you know, if the game did allow it, I think it could be, you know, entirely possible you might run into something if you were, like, extremely, you know,
in
lucky.
my opinion, I don't think that would happen unless it was like Spore, whereas in Spore people made their own creations and then you could see them duplicated multiple times because it was
Maybe there'll be, like,
based
a
in social setting.
variant, like, you know, something that's, like, extremely similar, but there's, like, one changed feature.
I mean, because there's got to be millions and
like,
millions of different little
related.
tiny little features
I'm sure.
that are procedurally generated. So it would be hard.
It would be very hard, but, you know.
If so,
Yes, dear?
you could find a previously undiscovered planet that has previously discovered creatures on it. We'll see. Prove it to me when the game comes
Oh
out.
my.
Wish. I know there are going to be waypoints, but I don't think this is going to cut it in determining how much of a planet you have explored. Would like to see something that enables this, but not seen anything that convinces me yet. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I would almost like to see just a tiny, like, percent marker somewhere, or something really simple, like maybe a percent of how many different markers you've discovered, or points of interest.
On the planet?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
That would be nice.
Or
It's
maybe
like,
like,
a completion bar, basically.
or maybe like if there's like, let's say 2,000 of those on a planet, like getting to 20 of them counts as 100% of the planet. Like, it'll just give you that completionist
That's
thing,
fair.
even if you didn't do
Yeah.
the whole thing, because it's a whole planet.
I mean, you could spend so much time on the
Yeah.
planet and never feel like you complete everything.
That'd be
so.
kind of nice. Like, there's a tiny little objective bar saying, hey, if you do this much, then you get to name the planet, or whatever.
It might help spur you to,
Yeah.
See,
move on
yeah.
from the planet
I like
faster,
that.
or...
Gives a little completionist.
I would like that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, Joel, you got this next one.
Alright, let's see which one that was. Is it Michael Hernandez?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
As far as terrain, it's all based on waves and noise. Sine wave being the wave that is the most basic in the compositional form. On top of sine waves, there is a noise level reined in by various limits. However, the reason Sean mentioned Lipschitz
Lipschitz?
continuity on his Twitter is that the Lipschitz constant guarantees uniqueness and uniformity, meaning for any function Sean creates. If he can approach a satisfaction of Lipschitz, I don't like that word for some reason. It's
It's
really,
a weird word. It's
I really
definitely a
dislike
weird
that word. It
I think
sounds,
it's true.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Go Polish.
Continuity.
It's literally a nonsensical word.
The function will generate more realistic and more unique all along its entire life. That
I just read the line after that.
that was an interesting statement. I'm not
maybe I should've read that
I'm
one.
not scientific enough to
It's
really.
because we talked about terrain on the last
Yeah, I
episode,
recall
and he's
that.
explaining exactly how it works when you generate terrain and stuff.
That sounded very professional, so thank you.
Joelle reading it, maybe not the best.
The Lipschitz thing threw
Any
me
of
off.
us
I'm
reading
sitting there
it, probably
staring.
not the best idea.
I'm staring at it like,
I'm
how do you
trying
say
to
this
degrade my
word?
wife publicly in front of other people right now, Dylan. Do you have to interrupt?
I'm trying to defend your wife publicly in front of people right now, Ryan. Do you have to interrupt?
I want to make sure I get a couple more hateful YouTube comments about how I abuse my wife.
You're getting to him, and he's becoming more abusive because of it.
Look what you've done. You've ruined our lives.
Just so you guys know, we actually have to put makeup on Ryan's face so that you can see, so that it hides all the bruises and black eyes that he has from
Oh, you see, I'm smart enough to hit him like on the back of the head where the hair covers it. Under the clothes.
Hey.
Yeah. Alright, I think that was our last comment, right?
1 second, I
Or
think
is
I got
there?
something else.
We have something more online still.
I think we covered this, didn't we?
Did we just cover this one here?
This is where you can see the professional aspect of our show
Oh,
right
okay.
here.
I don't
Here,
think
there's
we have.
another one. There's another one here I'm gonna do. From Stephen Gray, he says there was a vid as well. We were kind of talking about some other stuff. Showed a building in the distance, a real big one with the bots walking around it with the player. And when it zoomed out, it was still visible from space. And I have not seen one bigger since, almost like an old castle. And still recently, I always wondered if I could go inside. But at the same time, knowing I'll never find the same one that got me hooked into the what's inside bug. I'm getting lost.
Wow, we shouldn't let Ryan read this, to be completely honest.
Yeah, you're making fun of me for not being able to read
I'm
all
pulling
this
up
science
right
stuff.
here. He says, "Keep up the great work." Yeah, that's a lot of people have asked, like, can you see like buildings and like giant creatures from space and stuff like that? And we have been able to see that that's actually a thing. Especially, I think it's especially noticeable in the E3 stage demo. I think you can see some buildings. I think that was an especially small planet too. I think it was a moon, but still, it's there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But I just wanted to mention that real quick. There's one extra message I wanted to grab. What do we have for time?
I think we're
Just
at about an hour.
I think it's just a little bit
I'm
over.
trying to keep it short today.
All I can tell you is
because-
the internet. I think it might have shut
Yeah,
off at
our
this point.
Internet is down right now. I've
What?
switched to the
Son of a
Wi-Fi
gun.
for Reno.
Charter, why have you done this to us?
Charter, why do you
Gee.
suck?
This has been happening to
It's
us.
so
for
unlike Charter to let this happen recently.
Oh, yeah,
Wow,
totally
how
unlike
shocking.
Charter.
It's the funniest part is when your internet's completely down and you call them and you're like, my internet's down. And they're like, oh, okay, you should be good now.
And then is it good?
And then it's good.
Oh.
Yeah, they like
my
flip a switch.
God.
Like, oh, so you just turned off my
Oh,
internet.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
That is the
Thanks.
worst. Yeah, we've been having. That's why like some things don't get uploaded when they should, because the internet's been like complete crap, and all of us have Charter, and like my work has Charter, and just like we've been having all the exact same issues. I think they've been getting hacked or something.
No, they just are an internet service provider. Good old oligopoly. Good old American oligopoly for you.
But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to discuss before we
I think we
Get
can.
out.
I think we can wrap it up.
any
I
more
don't have- I don't have
E3
anything.
stuff? This one's gonna be a short one just because we have no internet now.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, because we can't really access.
I can't.
What do we
access
do
anything.
without the internet?
I know I can't even run a show.
What is happening?
I have a comment here from Joelle that says Ryan sucks gummy worms.
This is true.
That's nicer than some of the other ones you've given him.
Oh, there's been some horrible ones in there.
Oh, we're
Abuse.
real nice to him, as you guys can tell.
Yeah, we really don't cut
hopefully
him
we
any
get some
slack.
more No Man's Sky stuff by the end of E3. I'm really, really, really hoping for a trailer, just with the new HUD and everything. I think that'd be really cool. But yeah, keep up talking to us on Facebook and everything. We wanna talk about what you guys want to talk about. I wish we had more stuff.
I might still be able to pull up the drive. Hold up. I think I have my interwebs in the workings. Not your
I
interwebs,
should
but
just
my
turn off-
interwebs.
I should
Yeah,
just
that's
turn off the
what That's
Wi-Fi.
what I just ended up doing. We're apologizing for it.
Oh, I got dinged. Did you hear that?
Hey,
Hmm.
the dinger.
Oh, that means my internet's not working.
well,
'cause
I,
I
mean,
turned
you
it off.
We're trying to entertain you guys as we're frantically trying to get this to work.
Here, I got one here.
Ooh.
Here's
hit me
one
with it.
from One Man's Sky, which we
Ooh.
did earlier. He says, "I hope there are some weird scenarios where the procedural generation hasn't quite worked or screwed up entirely. In fact, considering the numbers involved, there must be plenty of them. Finding them may be a different matter, though. For those publishing their journal or journey online, there will be an awesome find and will get plenty of attention. These will be an awesome find." So yeah, that'd be cool. I'm really excited for just bugs in general.
Yeah.
I want to see like weird terrain and like animals that are like, oh, what? Seriously, that's an animal? And then you can just like screenshot it and send it to everybody on Facebook. Like, this is a thing.
Almost like those blobs.
Oh, those blobs are so cool. You've seen the blobs, right?
Yeah, they're the best.
They shimmy around and they're all weird looking. The little mouse thing.
That was creepy.
Yeah,
They were fun.
Kind of look like you.
I'm
I'm
hoping-
just slightly.
I'm kidding. I'm only slightly
lay off,
kidding.
Man.
Lay off the memes, man.
Here's another one from. Did we get this one from Milk 73? Similar to that massive worm creature on that barren sandy planet seen in some footage, what giant creatures would you like to discover? I love the idea of massive mountain-sized water monsters. Space whales also seem awesome, like from that second Doctor Who episode with Matt Smith. Could we find King Kong?
Godzilla, King Kong, Mothra, King Ghidorah.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just naming all the kaijus I can think of. Space whales. Basically, I mean, what do you think about moving mountains? Things that look like. Oh, okay. Here's one.
Ooh.
What do you
I think I know where this is
about
going.
Islands
That are turtles.
that are turtles
Oh.
or some type of
Ooh.
some creature that it's their entire back is.
I want to stand on
That
it.
could
I
be
want
fun.
it to walk around. I want to ride it. Woo!
Wouldn't it be cool?
It would be really awesome.
Okay, here now, and we're not talking Cybertron
Now we've seen
here.
some really big animals already.
Oh no, we have.
Yeah.
We've seen some massive things, but not. I mean that size. I'm talking continent size.
Godzilla.
Godzilla. It's not really Godzilla, but we still run like it's Godzilla.
Not racist
now-
at all what's
no, no,
happening
no.
here.
Okay, no, this is from Austin Powers. Okay, I'm quoting a movie.
Yeah, it's not racist.
And that wasn't racist at all.
Okay, so what if an entire planet was some type of creature?
Oh.
Ooh.
Alien planet.
That could be fun.
What do you think though? Like, do you
Where-
think that's possible?
I think it's. Yes. It's possible. It'd be very difficult, but it'd be super cool.
That would be insane.
And you like see it, and it's got like little arms on its side.
No, it's more like it looks like a planet, but it's like a living entity.
I want it to have little stubby arms somewhere.
Oh, it's so cute.
Every cute, and every
It's a
cute
little plane.
monster has to have little stubby arms.
Yeah.
This is why Ryan did not design the game.
Brandon Hurst Karen says, I think I saw in some footage that Atlas status was offline or something. I have seen that as well. Leading me to believe that system-wide objectives might include things like repairing the Atlas links. Now, I've looked at this, and
Ooh.
there's two ways to look at it. Yes, that could be it. Or it could just be that they were playing offline. So, either way. But yeah, they did show it in some newer footage when they were in the galactic map. You could see that it said Atlas connection offline. So, yeah. Are you guys just both sitting on your phone now?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually looking and reading things right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
You are such
Ryan, what are you talking about? I'm reading the comments that are coming up that we're totally talking about right now. I swear to God, I'm not on Tinder. That's not what's happening.
Oh my God, is he on Tinder?
No, I'm not on Tinder.
I think I see the swiping motion.
No.
Oh my God.
Oh, Dylan.
See, I'm on the drive.
Nope, still not. You're almost there.
There we go.
The funny thing is that these aren't even on the drive.
I've been found out. Abort mission.
Here's a good
Oh
one.
my
From
God.
Ralph Capone. He says, what about cloning and breeding different animals and such?
See, this is what I like.
Reproduction of existing animals. I would like to be able to seed barren planets and watch everything evolve.
Me, 4.
It would
Yeah,
be
that'd
really
be awesome.
cool.
That would be just super cool.
Do you think it would be possible though?
Probably not, but it'd be so
That's what I was kind of
cool.
thinking. I don't know if it'd be
know.
possible right away. Maybe they'll add that
It's
later
probably
on,
not
but
in the game, but it'd be cool for an added feature. That
oh yeah, it's cool.
totally
Yeah,
unrealistic,
like it would
but
be
I'm
really
just saying,
cool.
Like, that looks so cool. It'd be so much fun.
It doesn't seem like the top of their priority list.
Same
at the
thing
moment.
with like
Still cool.
terraforming. If you could like bring certain
Yeah.
animals there and start an ecosystem, and
That'd be fun.
I'd crap my pants.
Would you?
Don't you do that anyway?
I was gonna say, don't you do
Pretty
that
much
on a daily
anytime
basis?
anybody says the words "No Man's Sky," and they don't even have to be together. Somebody can tell me no, and I'll be like, "Ah!" and I'll just like crap my pants. Or like if they say,
Ryan.
"Hey man," I'm like, "Ah!" and then like sometimes they're like, "Whoa, look at this guy!" And I'm, "Ah!" and yeah,
How many pairs of underwear do you carry with you?
I usually keep.
Or have you just
about
gone commando at this point?
8 extra, but after I get through those, I have to go commando.
Okay.
We've also started lining them with, pads,
Doesn't
just
help.
to try to
It's not
absorb some of it.
It's not enough.
Once in a while, if like somebody says something that has the word like man or sky in it, but isn't really that word, then he just kind of pees a little, and that can soak it up. But
Fair.
oh God, this got weird.
All right, we've.
Yes, we need to continue or get on with this
we've-
here.
The quality has
It's decreased.
just increased by exponentially.
Oh, increase?
This
It's
is
just
the
wonderful.
highest quality podcast we've done so far, in my opinion.
You're the highest quality podcast I've ever done.
Especially since Dylan was on Tinder.
I am on Tinder.
Look him up. He's a babe.
LMAO. You can't look people up on Tinder though.
Yeah, you can.
No, you
I looked
can't.
you
You
up.
can't.
Did you look me up on Grindr?
Yeah.
All right, cool. We should meet up sometime. Is that all right? Joel, is that all right?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, sounds good.
I saw you on Ashley Madison, too.
Why were you on there?
Yeah.
Paired me with you.
No, that didn't answer the question of why were you on Ashley Madison.
Wait, is that actually how it
to
works? I've
find
literally
Dylan.
never been on that website.
Of course you haven't been on the...
You don't
want
to be on that
You have to be
website.
married?
Not necessarily.
It's for people to cheat on their
The advertisement is
spouses.
like, cheat on your wife. Or
Aw.
It's really disgusting.
It's really
Like that's
awful.
literally what the ads say. They say like it's stuff like it's just cheating. No one has to know. It's
And
like
that's where I found Dylan.
disgusting.
All right, we need to wrap this up. This is gone. We're talking about wonderful topics right now.
Yeah.
Totally No Man's Sky related. Smiley face.
Man, we're out of our funk today.
I'm in your.
All right, so to wrap it up here, before this gets oddly too sexual and these two fall over on each other here.
Isn't it?
All right, so Ryan, who would we like to thank? Because I don't have the list anymore.
I'd like to thank all of our Patreon supporters once again for
Yeah.
supporting what we do. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. If you want to support us, you can find us on Patreon, No Man's Sky Explorers. Thanks a bunch for that. Facebook page and group, thanks for being our community and keeping us updated. You guys are basically my news source now. If anything happens, you guys post it on there pretty quick. So thanks for that. YouTube, thanks for the comments and everything. I use them as well when I look for things for the episode. SoundCloud, we're on there, and we're also on iTunes, so you guys can find us there if you don't have easy access to YouTube. Maybe you're driving.
We're
or
on
something.
Twitter.
We're also on Twitter.
It's very boring. I'm sorry, I don't post much.
Joelle
I think it's been a
is
few
so
weeks
bad
since
at
I
Twitter,
did
it's
anything.
embarrassing.
It's just
sorry,
a boring.
people.
It's a boring site. I don't get what you do on it.
Right. We're on Twitch.
Your Twitter.
We live stream every
Mhm.
Tuesday, 10 p.m. Central Time. And I just want to thank all of our fellow explorers.
We love you guys. You're the best. Also, one quick thing I just want to add is we do have a discussion group where you can actually see what we look like. We're disgusting. I'm disgusting at least. And you can come see us and you can come talk, like actually physically talk with us through Facebook. It's a good time. It's the No Man's Sky Explorers discussion group. You can either type that in or you can find it through our regular Facebook page. Please come join that. Join that. We have a good time there, and lots of really interesting stuff is posted there. It's quite a good time, so come on and join the group.
It's basically a Reddit page for just our community.
Except it doesn't suck.
Except it
It's
doesn't.
a very nice page.
It's actually, everyone there is really nice, and we're all very respectful. So
Yes.
come and join us. and see how beautiful I am.
Unless you're a big fat jerk.
Smiley face. Like you.
Yeah.
Alright. Time to go to bed.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening tonight.
Sorry for having the worst episode yet.
It was pretty bad.
Dylan wasn't on Tinder the whole time.
I wasn't on Tinder the whole time. Son of a gun.
It's okay. I was on Facebook
It was
most
the
of the
lightning,
time.
Ryan. It's making me
Oh
go
yeah,
crazy.
it's storming outside, and our internet went down, so that was fun.
Now we have
All
nothing
right.
to do.
Shall we end her here?
Yes.
Alright.
So hopefully next week we'll have some more E3 news for No Man's Sky. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, have a good rest of your week. Adios.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.